So we had started the session with two of you attempting to make a long rest, while the other two party members simply wanted to take a short rest, and that was rudely interrupted by a couple baddies that came out of nowhere. To which it seemed to have been the theme of the session last time, is every time y'all tried to sit down for a rest that somebody ended up rearing their big ugly head. So, y'all managed to get at least a short rest in, and continued battling the monsters and the evils and the demons of the shadows throughout the Shadow Keep. Oh goodness, what, I mean, other than the bunch of combat up and down, y'all took another short rest before y'all ended up doing the rope trick, right?
Yeah,
y'all took a short rest?
Yeah.
Went through some more combat.
And we did spores while we have the short rest.
Yeah, y'all failed to bust down a couple doors. Switz had a very difficult time. He failed several athletics checks to bust some doors down. Caused a big old ruckus with his heavy plate mail armor on, and ended up stirring up a barracks of what was it? 14 kobolds. And Celise had the bright idea to use an acquired rope trick scroll, and managed to use the rope trick spell via scroll. The party didn't really have much of an issue getting up, except for, of course, Switz with his heavy plate mail and exhaustion point.
Handicapped.
And yeah, I mean, in more ways than one, but we won't talk about that. It's okay.
Oh yeah. We don't talk about that here.
But after I think another shifty use of a scroll, the guidance scroll, managed to get him an extra D4 dice on his ability check roll, which allowed him to make it up the rope. Just before the kobolds started storming out the room and looking for everybody. Now, in this extra dimensional pocket that y'all are in, y'all had 1 hour for the spell, and managed to take another short rest while y'all were waiting, and managed to find your way out of the portal with not so much in the area. Upon making your entry into the room again, actually making your entry into the room this time, only ending up with about half of the kobolds that were originally there, and dispatched them very quickly with, I believe it was a tidal wave spell by Celise. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I believe we started with that.
Bueller?
Actually, that took out the first wave.
Bueller? She with us?
She is here, but she doesn't speak.
Okay.
I'm here.
Okay, there you go. Okay, just making sure. Alright, so I believe it was your tidal wave spell that knocked out the 7 kobolds at the beginning, in their actual barracks room. Continuing along, y'all came upon another heavy doorway to which Switz wanted to get his revenge on the evil doors. Alas, to no avail, because he also failed that athletics ability check, because it was a heavy iron door this time. So he banged against it a couple times, drew the attention of whatever creatures were on the other side, and ensued the combat with the dual manticores inside of that room, also drawing the attention of the remaining 7 kobolds who were still on the search for you guys, but was quickly dispatched by a javelin of lightning throw by Switz, and we'll say some shifty combat by Celise as she squeezed her way into the room and shapeshifted into a huge huge constricting snake. Wrapped up one of the manticores as what was it? A wraith? What was that? It was a hag. It was a hag that you had summoned before shapeshifting. As
Turned out to be very OP.
yeah, it turned out to be way too OP. The hag essentially made its way into the room, caused the other manticore to be frightened, and on the next turn, apparently it's an instant death when they're frightened. So took out one of the manticores with no problem, and finished off the manticore that you had been grappling with. So if I'm not mistaken, that is where we left off. Did I leave anything out? Can anybody remember anything important that I might have left out?